everyone, and welcome on back to Building with Whip. Today is episode 112, and we got some cool stuff ahead of us today. We're climbing up here, up the mountain, so that we can start working on some new things. We're going to be working on finishing up this side of the peak right here. I have no idea how we're going to do anything out over in this direction, so we're going to totally ignore that for now and pretend like it looks totally fine and isn't weird. But last episode, we came through here and added that whole section of the forest over there, all those trees, and we added in a carrot field right there, which took freaking forever to grow up because it was so long, so slow, and oh man. But yeah, that's all built up because there's no water saturation in there, so those carrots were growing as slow as they possibly could, but it's looking really cool. I love the kind of brighter, vibrant crop field that we have over there. I think it's really cool. It's a lot of fun. If you guys want to check out how we did that and how we did all the fences and things around it, go check out the last episode. But in today's episode, we are going to be coming up here and we're going to be doing quite a bit of work on this guy. The plan for today is basically everything from here going up to the point. On this side, we're going to try and build it straight up to there. And I think it would honestly be best if we came and did that area first. So let's see if we can climb a mountain real fast and get up here to where we can have something to work with. I think it'd be a lot easier to kind of work from the top, shape out that area, and then bring it all down. And then we can kind of widen out areas that we need to, steepen them up and all that stuff. We're starting to get into the mountain biome right here. So we're getting this colder looking grass color, which I'm actually really excited to be able to start working with this guy here. Let's see, what can we get set up on our hotbar right there? We probably need you. Probably need some of you, and probably need some of you. We don't need an axe, so we can bring our rockets back down. Cool. Sounds good to me. All right, so we got this guy right here. We can go ahead and start basically just bringing all this stuff up. I want to bring you guys in here for just a little bit of this, and I do want to go ahead and actually try doing a big old time lapse today compared to last episode. Our last few mountain building episodes, I've been like, maybe no time lapse today, guys. I got to kind of finish up and figure out how we're actually going to do this. I think we've done enough episodes of figuring out how we're going to be doing this. And actually, I guess the last train one, we did a big old time lapse of that area right there. But I think it'd be fun to bring in some more and do some more fun stuff with that. So we're going to be trying to get that stuff set up here today and getting that all ready to go here. I don't really know what the end goal or end product is going to be of this because I have no freaking idea. We got a plan here, guys, and we're going to be able to get some work going on this. We need to figure out how we can bring up some snow into this area. And so what we can actually do, I got some snow down there. I'll bring it back in later because we got all that snow right there. So I'm thinking what we're going to do is basically build this guy all up completely, then come back in and try and add in little bits of snow and things like that all over the place. I want to kind of go ahead and be able to round this out some more. So maybe we're going to go ahead and do like you and bring that down like that and just slowly kind of work this down into this area. What if we bring you out one more and then kind of bring it down? Bam. Yeah, I'm thinking we want to go ahead and kind of slowly bring this guy down. I think that would actually be a good point right here to kind of merge it all in together again. I think that's probably the way we want to do it. I just want to get a little bit more of a rounded bit up to the top of that. I think it'll be just fine. So we got this bit right here that's going to kind of come down, and I was thinking we go ahead and kind of have a little bit of a point back in this direction a bit where we kind of bring it up a little bit again just so we can get extra bits of detail in here. I think it'd be pretty fun. Just to add a little bit of variation to it. So it's going to kind of keep coming down and it'll briefly come back up to that point. I think that'll look pretty cool. So yeah, let me go ahead and get a little bit more work done, get all these things set up here, guys, and I will be back with you. All right, guys, welcome back. So we've had a lot of planning done here, and I'm just kind of getting these last little bits in here because I want to figure out basically how we want to link these last few little bits of the area up together. We're getting a lot of really cool connections in here. And I think it's going to look super cool. So you can see I've done, I think the best way to see this will actually be from the air. I've added in a few extra little mini peaks to add some extra variation. So you can see one right there. You can see that one that we worked on previously. And then this guy comes up. And then right down here, this guy also comes up. So it's kind of going up and down and up, and then back down a little bit and up and back down. And I think it's going to add a really interesting element. I added in a few of these dirt ways right here just kind of so we could get those erosion channels down. That no, they are 100% not accurate for how erosion should actually work in a mountain. I know, we're just going to go with it. It's fine, and it'll look really cool when it's done. There we go, down the mountain. But hopefully it'll look really cool once this mountain's actually finished up, I'm going to see if I can't land up here at the top. I did a little bit of work kind of widening this out, but you can see right here, there's a lot of detail coming in. We kind of add in all these little areas, and I think we're going to do something kind of cool here. Basically, I'm super exhausted from today. We went on a huge dog park run with Coda. One of his litter mates lives pretty nearby us, and we got to know the owner pretty well, so he came to the dog park as well. Then one of my coworkers came with his dog, so we just did that, and then we ended up at a brewery in the area, just kind of having a drink after the dog park with all the dogs chilling outside. And my old fair skin did not hold up too well, and I got pretty freaking sunburned, so I'm real sapped for energy right now, and I don't really want to talk, as I'm talking a bunch right here. But I really want to play Minecraft right now. I don't know. So what we're going to do here is I think I'm just going to go and turn on replay mod and build. I'm just going to turn on replay mod and build up as much of this thing as I possibly can today. It might turn into like a really long talky replay mod episode, which could be really cool. We'll see how long that actually lasts before I end up falling asleep or something. But yeah, that's the plan for now, guys. So with that being said, let's kick this off into time-lapse mode, and I'll catch you guys on the other side of this here time-lapse. All right, guys, so for the commenter question of today, it really ties directly into these time-lapse chats and things like that, because last episode I actually asked you guys a few questions, and Lord Elisar, who is the comment that I chose out, had a great amount of feedback there, and I can't talk today, but he said the new time-lapse comment answering gig worked really well, and it seemed like, and it helped keep the video flowing, if that makes any sense. As for the change of some of the terrain, I'd say go for it. If people don't like it, who cares? LOL, your world, not theirs. Additionally, the little animated character for Coda is super cool. Finally, the pace of videos that you are putting out is just fine. There's just enough to keep the series interesting. I'm really excited to see the mountains finished up. So that plays into a lot of different parts in there. So I want to kind of step through them and answer them as we're going. As far as the time-lapse question and answer thing, hey, look, we're still doing that. I think I'm going to try and keep this up, if not every episode, every other episode or something like that, because I'm really enjoying these time lapses. We are going to be moving into 1.13 here pretty soon because those pre-releases are out, and I really want to get in there. I just don't really want to wait anymore. So time lapses might go on a slight bit of a hold there, but we're probably going to jump around to some new projects or things like that in 1.13, and we'll go back to the old traditional commenter question of the day style thing that we're doing before. But yeah, we're going to mix it up there for a little bit. As far as the next question for changing the terrain, I'd asked you guys, because we have that weird kind of texture thing going on with the biome colors for swamp colors versus the river colors, and it's making a very, very drastic change. And I asked you guys if you thought it'd be okay to change the biome itself, just using like World Edit or something like that, or another third-party program to change the biome in there. And it seemed like a lot of people are on board with that, so I think I'm going to work towards doing that here pretty soon, just to kind of clean it up and make everything look a little bit more uniform. I know it's not full-on vanilla survival there, but I think overall who cares? We're not changing it to like Mushroom Island or something like that where mobs can't spawn. It's going to be the same things going in and out. It's literally just changing the color of the grass, and I think that's totally okay, and I kind of wish there was a way to do it. As far as the picture of Coda, at least somebody noticed it on the thumbnail. I'll go ahead and throw that on here as well, just so you guys can see it. Zloy, who does the Hermitcraft recap, has his own YouTube channel and does a lot of artwork for people. He's been doing a lot of the artwork for me. He's done the logo and everything on this, so I asked him to make a few more things. So that's one of the first ones he finished up, as well as the new logo picture that I've been using for the thumbnails here as well. So he's really awesome. Make sure you guys go check him out. I'll leave a link down to his Twitter in the description as well if I can remember. If not, somebody yell at me for it and I'll throw it in there. As far as the pace of the videos, that's awesome to hear that you guys are enjoying it, kind of how we're going right now. I don't think I'm really going to slow it down. I know I'd asked you guys about it a few times, but I really like what we're doing here and really bringing it in. Everybody, there's a lot of comments about how you guys like seeing everything, and I'm really happy with that. So I think we're going to kind of keep it how we're going right here with 2 episodes a week, just kind of keeping going with different projects. So that's all I got for you guys. So let's hop back into the world. Well, guys, welcome on back. And I want to show you all the amazing progress we've done. We filled in the rest of the dirt over there as it's off in the fog. Yep, that was the whole thing. We're all good there. And I guess this stuff happened here too. After the time lapse, I did come back in here and tried to work on, that was I think one of the weirdest way of saying that. I tried coming back in here and working on the top of this guy a little bit, just trying to mess around with the snow and seeing how I really wanted to do this. And I actually like what we have going on so far. I think it's really, really cool. I don't really know what to do for the rest of the episode now because my whole plan was to work on this thing for the whole episode, but I did not want to talk, and so I figured, let's time-lapse the thing out. But what I'm thinking here is we can go ahead first and kind of take a little meander down onto the tower, in the tower. Yep, in the tower. That's what I meant. Look from out of the tower. You can kind of see the snow peak up there. Sorry, excuse the interruption, random sneeze attack. You can see the little bit of the peak up there with all of the snow kind of on it, and I want to start bringing that down. Basically, every single dirt patch right up there, basically down until here, I want to start bringing some of the actual grass through kind of in those areas. But beyond that, up at the top, I want all of like the grass dirty area to actually have snow on it, and then we can't see that. I want to like slowly transition everything down out of that. I think it could be pretty cool. It's using a lot of snow. Good thing we have a snow farm right here, so we literally can just walk down, break a bunch of snow blocks, and then come back up and do some work with it. But we do have Optifine. On here. Sorry, I can't talk right now for some reason. I swear. It's the next day. I don't know what's going on. But we have Optifine. Wow, words. We have Optifine here, so we can do things like this, and it makes it look like the side of the snow block is actually... or the side of the dirt block or the grass block is actually turned into snow, which is really helping out saving some of the snow here. And I think I'm just going to go ahead and leave it like that. And yeah, I don't want to replace all this stuff with snow. I don't think it'll look too bad in the end because you see right there we use the dirt and it doesn't do it, but we use the grass and it does it. So we're basically got to wait for all these things. Yep, there, that just turned to grass, and we can go ahead and fill up areas like this and kind of use a bunch of our snow layers here. These things do not last very long at all because if we want to make a full block, it takes 9 layers, and if we turn 3 full blocks into snow layers, we get 6 layers. I don't know how that math works. I don't know how that math works at all, and why Mojang thought that was good math, but it's not at all. It's a terrible rate. It's the worst rate ever. Stairs are something okay to deal with. That's fine. Snow is nothing. Nothing at all. You get no snow at all from it, and I'm just very, very upset. I'm going to keep ranting about it the whole time we're building these mountains, and it's just something you guys can deal with. But yeah, so we're going to go ahead and kind of bring everything up here as we're kind of doing this stuff. I really, really like the shape that we have going for all the mountains up here. And we need to start figuring out how we're going to slowly meander this down and kind of drop it off the edge and kind of work our way back down that way. But we're not going to be doing that yet because I don't know what we're doing with this area out here. I feel like we might be bringing these mountains out to a point and then bringing them back in as I'm drawing with my mouse while we're in bed here. But yeah, so like bringing the mountains out to a point right there and then kind of bringing them back in like that and tone it off to the edge of this mountain range right where that water is and then have it transition back into Minecraft default mountains. I think that's probably going to be a good safe way of doing it. But so we can kind of come through this area right here and keep adding in all of this stuff. And you guys will see once we jump down here, it gives a totally different idea for what we're actually looking at here. And I really, really like the look of all this stuff, especially with the dirt actually kind of like poking through a little bit. I think that actually adds a heck of a lot to the area. Just with all the extra stuff it adds, with just the different color variation and things like that. I'm thinking we might actually spend some time working on the top of the mountain, try and figure out what we want to do for like a color palette up there, for the top, for what we transition up into, seeing as we basically have the point of this peak all the way done, and I think it could be kind of worthwhile to mess with. Let's see, how much snow do we have left? Not much. We got 56 layers. Basically, we can do like 4 more things. Let's see, right there is looking fairly good. Let's do like that because it'd be hanging out over the rock. And that looks like it's a good start right there. Let's fly back and see what we did here. Yeah, okay. That's actually looking pretty good. Let's get some more space into the air. I know you guys can't see anything right now, but look at that. Ooh, oh my gosh, I love that. Oh, that's looking really, really cool. Wow, that's awesome. So, as we missed the bottom of that, we want to go ahead and start working on the top of this and kind of the texture variation and things like that that we want to do in here. I don't know what blocks I want to use yet. I've been thinking maybe bringing some diorite and a few stain or concrete powders or maybe some terracotta or something into here. I don't really know. Let me go jump over into a creative test world or a creative copy of this and try and mess with a few different things and see what I like. And then I'll come back with you guys and kind of show you what I'm starting with and then how I'm doing it from there. I think that'd be a good way to do this. So I'll be back with you guys once I have an idea of what we actually want to do up here. It could be a while. I'll be back later. All right, guys, I'm back, and we got a little bit of stuff to show off here. We got our 2 blocks that we're adding into the palette here. We got cyan terracotta and gray concrete powder. And I'm thinking these are going to be a great way we can start adding in just little bits of variation and variety and just different things into this area. And I think it gives a really, really cool color. When you're kind of back far at a distance from it, kind of brings out the cold bluey feel almost. And I think it gives a really nice contrast with the snow. I also came up with a little bit of white concrete powder that I had found lying around and added that back into the snow. And I also have discovered that if you break that block, that snow thing just disappears. You don't get anything from it. And that is super annoying to deal with. But yeah, we got all the way up here kind of working out a little bit with this stuff now. And I think it's looking pretty cool. I ended up getting a full shulker box of both of these things. So, you know, hopefully we go ahead and work with it. I'm still kind of playing with the ideas of how this is all going to work. We can go ahead and land down here and take a look at it. But overall, I really enjoy it. I think it's a good starting look and how things are going to be going. I got to work with it a little bit more. I want to keep the base stone in there a little bit and basically have the stone at the top, and as we move farther down, be turning it more into cyan terracotta down in this area, then more into the cyan and gray concrete down at the bottom, and kind of have that darker mountain color than what we have just here with the stone. I think it's going to give a really, really cool feel to it. We might just do it with like this mountain range on this side, kind of see how that is going. I think on the cliffs here, we might try and incorporate that a little bit, kind of on all the cliffs all over the place. I don't know. It's going to be a lot of cyan terracotta, but if we kind of figure out a design here and figure out what we want to go with, we can start just farming terracotta, turning it into cyan, and then doing that and building with that instead of building with stone. And it might honestly be a decent idea for fixing things up here in the future. Basically, what I want the stone to be looking like is the stone is here to act as like the highlight points, so we need to do a lot of it. That was a really crazy leg spike. We need to be adding a lot of stone into these areas just so that there's a lot of these highlights. Or sorry, we need to add a lot of cyan terracotta in here so it looks more like the stone is actually a highlight instead of just like another block in the palette. And I think that's going to be like the most difficult part, is just turning all this over into it. But basically, we clear out all this stone and everything on this mountain, then we have enough stone to build the next mountain right next door to it. So, you know, that'll all work out in the end, I'm hoping. So we'll always have like a constant supply of stone coming in and out, whether we're breaking our own stuff or going and actually mining, trying to get more lapis, for example, to make more of the cyan dye. So, because that stuff is a massive pain in the butt. You guys can probably hear Coda chewing around in the background, so sorry about that. We gave him a new squeaker toy today, and he is going to town on that thing. But yeah, let's go ahead and bring a stone in right there, bring that down a little bit. Then we can do a gray concrete powder right there. Where is our, nope, I wanted that in the offhand. I wanted the rockets down here. You can go ahead and fly out over to this guy and give you guys a little bit more of a glimpse of what we're looking at here. I think, as we're falling, oh wow, that camera's all over the place. I think this is going to take a long time to get right, and I'm almost trying to find another block in between that we can kind of help use to bring these colors together. Again, this is just kind of testing out today, seeing how things are going to look like. Back here, if we don't zoom in, it looks almost like a zebra stripes between like a dark gray and a light gray, and I don't really like that. But I think if we say like have it all down here, like let's go to mess with this part right here real fast. But if we kind of work towards bringing all of this stuff into being these awesome like cyans and concrete colors and things like that, I think it could look really, really, really cool. So what if we go ahead and bring all this stuff in right here, and we can go and do like bam, that's not where you're supposed to go, and then throw like a concrete powder right there. I think we can get a lot of extra really, really cool details in here than what we would have had otherwise. I know this is a much smoother block than what we have with the stone, so that's kind of where I'm finding a few issues in here. And the cobblestone that we have in for like slabs and stairs might look a little rinky dinky now, but I think it'll be okay. So if we go ahead and basically just remove all of this stuff right here, and let's just do a stone right there, and we could do like, I don't know, something like that, and then bring you up right there, and we can't get that because there. Let's see, let's take a look back at this guy now. Something like that I think could actually be really, really cool. Just kind of working in all these different colors and really starting to bring a lot of color in this area instead of just having all of this kind of bleh looking stone in here. I think it could be really fun to try and work with all these different things and just add this extra sense of detail. I've never really used cyan terracotta before, but I love the color on it. I really want to see how it plays out here. So I think what I'm gonna go ahead and do here, guys, is just spend a little bit of time messing with this in a few different spots and see if it's something I actually want to be moving forward with, because I do like that. I like that a lot. I think with the trees and everything, mixing it up, I think it'll be a really cool transitioning period. So we're again not going to have a whole lot of stone down here. Then up at the top, we'll have a lot more of the stuff. So anyways, let me go to mess around with this for a little bit longer, guys. I'll be back with you. All right, everybody, welcome back. It's been quite a while. As you guys are going to see, a lot of things have changed here. We're going to stop off at the top of this tower again. We never actually stand inside this thing unless we fall down there. But yeah, a lot of things have changed here. I really like the end result that we have right now. It's still a work in progress very much. You can see I'm still working on bringing the texture variation, things like that up through there. Finish off those little spots I'm kind of missing. This guy right here, though, this is kind of where things get interesting. I decided that I wanted to make this look kind of like it's like a different type of rock kind of jutting out in here in between the areas where the snow kind of cut through, making it kind of look like the erosion channels cut in between two different types of rock. And I felt like I think it's giving a really cool look to it. I don't know. You guys will have to let me know what you guys think of this so far. It's looking really cool, especially from down here. Once you kind of get those reveals as you're walking up into the snow, it's looking very, very cool. It's kind of hard to walk up this guy, but you can see the general idea from right here. From up above, though, the snow is looking really, really cool. The different channels and everything it's kind of cut out here into. We'll see if we can get a little bit of a look kind of going way, way up here and then like that. Look at that, though. That is so cool. I really, really love this. Anyways, though, guys, that's going to have to do it for today's episode. Next episode, we're going to continue working on this guy probably and try and get this section of it finished up so we can have one fully finished up mountain more or less. And we'll come back in texture variation, the crap out of this guy, get all of our snow placed down and all that good stuff. But thank you guys so much for watching. Please hit that like button if you did enjoy. Hit that subscribe button if you loved it. And I'll catch you on the flip side.